Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to the page. And today we're going to be getting into Project Impact, issue number 2. Project Impact is written and edited by Alan Russet. Artist is Stefan Peterson. Colors, Linda Scott Campbell. Lettering and pre-press is Richard Lumsden. A quick recap. In issue 1, we really just saw an introduction to the team. We saw a little bit of what they can do, their powers, their abilities, and what their organization is meant to do. And they're just an anti-terrorism task force for Canada, essentially. So without further ado, let's dive into issue number 2. So jumping into this issue, we see a training scenario going on between Sizem, Moose, and Damsel. But what we're really seeing here is the true extent of Sizem's abilities. It's like a kind of a terrakinesis ability. He's able to move Earth and reshape it, use it to his will, kind of in the manner of like Sandman would, but in the destructive manner of the Hulk. And so as we see this play out, we see Damsel and Sizem really going at each other. But in the end, Sizem uses patience and really just dominates this training scenario. And the purpose of this was for him to be essentially honing his skills. He's relatively new to the team, and so he has such a destructive power to him that if they were to put him in like downtown, he would definitely wreak havoc, and it would end up costing the government more than it's worth in the end. So pretty much they want him to be ready for the front lines. And you can tell that this really takes a toll on him later in the day, because he has a lot of internal thoughts about how, he used to be an operator. He was one of the top, special forces guys for Canada, and he underwent genetic manipulation to essentially get superpowers. And then he was assigned to Project Impact after they were successful, but up until this point, he's really not had a big role in actually combating anybody. So then we jump over to Pulsar, and we have Pulsar and Recap having a conversation about a break-in at the Royal Ontario Museum, level 3 incident. Now, for Team Impact, level 3, by Pulsar's reaction to it, he doesn't really want the rest of the team to come out. He can handle him himself, so it's not that severe of an issue. So we're taken to the front of the museum, and we see a man by the name of Dashi, Master of Flames. And he's here to steal an artifact, an old Ming Dynasty artifact from China. And what's really unique about him is he's pyrokinesis, so he's able to control and manipulate fire with his mind, which has always been one of my favorite metahuman abilities, or parahuman abilities. And you see the police out in front of the museum essentially burst into flames. Like, this guy just throws them away like they're nothing. And then we have the arrival of Pulsar, and he comes flying in, swooping in, and just cheap shots him from the back. And then we see him use the totem. And this is the part that I have really sold me on this comic line that's going to keep me interested and see where it goes. Using this totem, he unveils a ginormous Chinese dragon. Maybe by magic or something of that nature, but this totem had a dragon in it. And we see a battle ensue between the dragon and Pulsar, and seemingly Pulsar's just getting his butt kicked. Like, this is definitely not a level 3 like we had talked about. And we find out a little bit of Pulsar's abilities and where they actually stem from. And he adopted the nickname Pulsar specifically because Pulsar is a rotating neutron star that emits electromagnetic radiation. In a sense, he does the same thing. And they're also super dense compared to other stars. That's significant because he can temporarily increase his density by making himself super resistant to injury. Which I think is really awesome. Like, I don't think that's actually something I've seen in comics in general. So that's really unique. I like the way they use that behind it. So as this battle continues on, Pulsar gets the idea that, I need to take out the totem. If I take out this totem, I'll be good. Like, maybe this dragon will go away, because that's where it came from. So he's able to break the totem, and then the dragon's just kind of standing there. Statue broken, but the dragon's still there. And come to find out that this was more of like a genie situation. The dragon was trapped inside of the statue. or tethered to it more, for a better word. And in breaking it, the dragon thanks him for breaking it. He broke the tether and he's able to return to his plane of existence. And then the dragon wishes him good fortune and darts off into what seems to be an interdimensional portal of some kind. Like, wow, like like, that is freaking awesome. I absolutely love that, because that opens up so much more possibility to this world and what's out there, what could be out there. You know, you have an interdimensional Chinese dragon, essentially. Like, that opens up so many possibilities. So as we continue on, we see the pyrokinesis try to get upset with him, and Pulsar just blasts him in the face. And the fight's over. It's done with. Like, this is over. And then we cut to a laboratory where we have people working on what seems to be a new project, a new superhero. And he's being called Spoils, specifically because he can break down material that's both organic and non-organic. And even further, it breaks down things that are typically not susceptible to corrosion. So I'm really excited to see how he's going to be used, in which regards he's going to be, if he's going to join Team Impact or he's going to be somebody that may be opposing them. And that is where this comic ends. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. I am really enjoying this line. This is really something fun, something new. It's not taking place in America, which is definitely refreshing for me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like and sub, and until the next video.